Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cut your own hair with clippers. As you can see, this is how it turned out. I hope you find this video helpful. So let's check it out. Okay guys, for this haircut, we're going to use a wall clippers kit. It comes with 10 guide combs and a scissor. Let's begin by dividing the head into 4 different sections. We have section 1, the neckline, section 2, under the rim of the head, section 3, the rim or side of the head, and section 4, top of the head. As you can see in the diagram, this is important, that way you can follow along. Okay, we're going to use guide comb number 1 first, and we're going to attach it to the clipper. Make sure the taper lever is all the way up. We're going to cut section 1 and 2 of the head. That's the neckline, and all the way to the top of section 2, just below the rim. We're going to cut around the ear and the sides of the head. By doing so, we're creating a guideline for step number 2. When doing this, take your time, as you need to have the guideline pretty much level from the back to the sides of the head. As you can see, I'm taking my time, but I'm also noticing that the hair is a little too long, because every time I try to make a line, the hair is going over guide comb number 1. If you run into this problem, what you could do is switch to guide comb number 2, and you could trim down the hair from the neckline all the way to the top of section number 2, which is just below the rim. That way, it'll be much easier for you to make a straight line. Now I'm just doing the sides of the head. Again, I'm not rushing. I'm just taking my time. The lines don't have to be perfectly straight the first time around, because you can always repeat this step. Always check the back of your head and the sides to see where the guideline needs to be fixed. So I'm just going to give it another pass with the clippers. Okay, so now we're ready for step number 2. In this step, we're going to use the left ear taper comb to go around the guidelines that we just created. This is what's going to make this haircut easy to do, because the left ear taper comb is going to blend in the hair for us around the rim, which is where the head begins to curve. Give it a few passes, because you're going to find out that there's certain parts of the head where the hair grows in one direction, which might be the same direction where the clippers is going. You can start from the back of the head or the side of the head, whichever way you feel comfortable. Here, I'm going to take it from the right side of my head and take it all the way to the left side. Like I told you earlier, you're going to find spots in your head where the hair is difficult to cut because it's growing in the same direction where you're moving the clippers to. Now we're ready for step number 3. Here, we're going to lower the taper lever from the up position and move it halfway down. Then we're going to attach guide comb number 1. We're going to use this to blend in the lines that was created when we did step 1 and step 2. Use an upward rocking motion to get rid of the lines. Use the same technique for the side of the head. And because this spot was hard to cut with the clippers, we're going to use guide comb number 2 to trim it down. You also have to move the taper lever back to the up position. Keep using the same technique to solve this problem. As you will see, it will blend in with the rest of the section. Continue using guide comb number 2 to blend in the hair above section 3, which is the top of the head. Now we're going to use guide comb number 3 and blend in the hair in section 4, which is the top of the head. That's because as you go higher and higher in this section, the hair is longer. Use an inverted clipper technique to clean up around the ears. Now we're going to cut the hair on top of the head. For that, you need to wet your hair, comb it forward, and then determine the length of hair you want on the front section. The length of this cut is going to be our guideline to cut the hair that's around this section. Now we're going to cut the rest of the hair in the front section. To do that, we're going to lift the guideline up so we can cut and match the length of the hair. So we're going to start from the left side, then go to the middle, and then go to the right side. Once the front section is completed, we're going to divide the top of the head into 3 sections: the left side, the middle, and the right side. We're going to start with the middle first, and we're going to make our way to the back of the head gradually. What you got to do is grab part of a section that's already been cut and part of a section that needs to be cut. That's how you're going to know how much you need to trim. As you're getting halfway to the back of the head, you need to start making the cuts shorter and shorter. Notice here how I'm starting to use the width of my fingers to guide me how much I have to cut. When you get to this area, the goal is to keep cutting the hair by the width of the middle finger. You want to keep it that short because later on we're going to use guide comb number 3 or even 2 to help us blend in the hair. Just repeat the same steps for the left side section, only this time it'll be much easier because you will have the middle section to guide you as well. Try to go back as far as possible. Keep following the same process for the right side section. Now we're going to cut the sides of the head. This is going to make it easier when we're ready to blend in the hair using the guide combs. Okay, to finish up the top of the head, we're going to use the texturizing scissors. This is going to help give the hair texture and volume. To accomplish this, all you gotta do is grab different sections from the top of the head and cut the ends, that way it looks uneven. Now we're gonna do a final blending. For that, we're gonna use guide comb number 2 with a taper lever all the way down, and we're going to cut the sides of the head and the back. This is going to help us blend in the rim section with the top of the head section. And finally, we're going to go back to guide comb number 1 so we can blend in section 2 and 3 for the last time. Remember, we're still keeping the taper lever all the way down. To finish this haircut, we're going to use the clipper by itself with the taper lever all the way down. We're going to use the inverted clipper technique to clean up the neckline. I like to keep a natural outline look, so I'm just going to clean up the edges. Having the taper lever all the way down, it prevents the clipper from making any lines. Now that we have completed the haircut, it's time to wash the hair so we can begin styling it. What I like to do is towel dry my hair until my hair is fully dry. At this point, we're ready for styling it. We're going to use some hair glue, spread it onto our fingers, and then gently apply it to the hair. We're going to start from one side of the head and move it forward. Then we're going to go to the front and lift up the hair there. Then we're going to continue to the other side of the head. Remember, don't try to force it. Keep applying the glue very gently. Then you go to the top of the head and start moving the hair to the direction that you want. Do the same for the back. Keep going to the sides of the head because this is going to help blend in the hair. As you can see, I keep repeating the same motion until I'm satisfied how the hair looks. Now let's check out this haircut from every angle. I like it. Alright guys, hopefully this video was helpful. See you next time.